Today we're gonna go over a few handcuffing common mistakes to avoid. And at the end, I've got a good tip for you guys that you may not have thought of. We've got the chain cuffs here and then the hinge cuffs. My preference is absolutely the hinge cuffs. It just feels like I have a better grip on it. Dealing with somebody in the field, I wanna make sure that I'm confident. I've got the cuffs in my hand and they're not gonna go flying out, right? Keyholes we wanna make sure are facing up. Once we get somebody in custody, we wanna make sure that if need be, police or ourselves can get them out of custody without any issues. And today we're dealing with somebody who we're going to consider as being cooperative. When we're doing that, we want to make sure that we've got our hands free as much as possible. We don't necessarily want to have the cuffs in our hands yet. This guy can still make a decision to take off. We want to make sure that we're safe up until the point where it's ready to handcuff. I want to make sure that I obtain a good grip here. So I want to get my webbing into his and make sure I've got a good firm grip. If I've just got his finger here or a couple of them down here, he can easily rip away from this. Then I can get my cuffs out. And the way that I put them away, I should make sure that when I pull them out, the keyholes are facing up at me, right? If we can extend the arm, get the cuffs on real quick, get another handshake and get them on. We've got to make sure that we're doing it for the right reasons. Got to remember that. And guys, when we're talking about that tip that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, tip that you may not have heard of before, in the winter months, we're having a lot of our officers say, hey, you know, my cuffs are real stiff. They're not moving the way I want them to be. But what you can do is just add some gun oil to your cuffs. This will really help those things keep moving, prevent any issues when you're actually having to use them. Just make sure, guys, when we're dealing with our handcuffs, we're not messing around with them. We're not having fun with them. We want to make sure that when we're using these things, we're using them for the right reason. They're not a toy, they're a tool for us. Guys, leave a comment below on maybe a circumstance you were in where you had to use your handcuffs that wasn't as easy as this here, and we can break down that video, talk about it in our next video. Thanks, guys.